Hello there, my name is James and welcome to Demo Disc-Ussion, where I talk about a certain demo's content, giving my own opinion on games in a short manner, and talking about stories of nostalgic past. So let's look at a random demo disc for today, which I have held on since childhood, the Registered User Demo 02. That completely sounds like prototype code to me. There's not really much to go on about this demo. All I can say about it is it came out in 1997 and I used to play this one a lot as a kid. Frequently. Daily even. Because I had no games. Or James. Anyway, let's look into Registered User Demo 02. They really needed to come up with a better name than that. If you saw my DualShock demo video, you might remember the music. I told you it'd be around. And I don't know what to say about this background. We're going through different doors with some weird and random stuff on the sides. It's kind of a mix between Sewer Shark for the Sega CD and the jetpack levels in Crash Bandicoot 2. A peculiar mix, I know. Speaking of Crash, we have an introduction for it.
Wow, that was intense! Woo! I just flew in from the New Ruins level and boy are my arms tired! That was funny stuff. Wow.
What is that? Do I need to call the exterminators or something? Because what is that? So here BF Crash Bandicoot, in the scariest form since, well, his last portable game. He talks. He talks. And makes horrible movie references.
I am not an animal! I am Crash Bandicoot!
Everyone lost it when Crash gave out his first word in Crash of the Titans, and not this promotional video for Crash 2. On the good side, it does explain the what's going on this time factor, albeit annoying. The sad thing is, I really like this video. Okay, I'll clarify here. I was an ultra mega Crash Bandicoot fanboy back in the day when I was a child. Alright? I collected all the games. I had these Cortex and Crash plush toys. I wrote a fan fiction in grade 5 about Crash Bandicoot vs. Dr. Neo Cortex, which was pretty much a rip-off of the Wrath of Cortex video game. I drew a lot of pictures of Crash Bandicoot, and I collected the stunt wheels, and I even made my own fan club. And the people that joined didn't really like Crash Bandicoot whatsoever, so pretty much if someone was to play Porsche Challenge over Crash Bandicoot, yeah, get the hell out of my house. I really just gave it my all, didn't I? I really had to tell you guys, didn't you? God. At least you know now. To make things much more sad, I wrote down every line of dialogue that came out his mouth in this intro. I kid you not, word for word, and it was all saved onto a floppy disk that wasn't even floppy. Past me is really sad, okay? We can talk more on Crash later in this demo. So next on the agenda... Oh no. Oh god no. Alright. Bring it. Final Fantasy VII is a game that nobody knows. A JRPG that came out 18 years ago. Where's the love? Where's the hate? This is something I rate because nobody talks about this game at all. Yeah, a game hotline gets its own button amongst all the games. This must have been the last minute thing they probably crammed and wedged into the disc to fill it up a bit more. Anyway, moving on. Oh, look, it's MediEvil! I've already covered a fair bit of MediEvil in my previous demo discussions, but I'm willing to tell you a story. Before I do so, just so you know, this isn't a playable demo, but a rolling demo. A rolling demo can be signified as a slew of videos showing various sections of a game, constructing it down into one video. Education! Alright, story time. One Christmas at the age of 9, my uncle in Sydney gave me a gift of 2 PS1 games, MediEvil and Speed Freaks. Guess which one I played the most? Speed Freaks, of course. That kart racer with the Rayman Romanos. MediEvil's cover was too scary for my taste, apparently. Yet, I played a game much more horrifying than that, and hey, it's on this demo disc. We'll get to it soon. Oh, the end. That's the end of my story. That's all I really had to say. Okay. Yeah, crash time! Disclaimer. The following demo of Crash Bandicoot 2 contains that one level that almost every kid and adult came back to again and again. Bear it. Where do I begin? What do you do in this level? Well, you ride a polar bear, avoid obstacles such as totem poles, TNT and nitro boxes, and there be whales! Collect the crystal, hit some boxes, and that's all there is to be. The utmost positive thing I can say about Barrett is it's a perfect Amondo level. The motion, the challenging yet not so complex level design, the bounciness, the basic and fluid control, the oh so cute polar bear, the goddamn music, oh my god that music! If you played it, you probably know where I'm coming from. If you haven't, then do me a favor and play it. This was the best level choice for a demo, I swear to you. This is the reason this game got the Platinum/Greatest Hits rating. Not because Crash was PlayStation's major mascot, but because everyone, after playing the demo, put this game on their Christmas wish list. Whew. Gee whiz, let's move on to the next game, holy shit. Ah yes, I finally get to talk about this sort of unknown gem. To be truthful as well, my only source of playing Cooler World is from this demo disc. I haven't played the full game. Yet. So what's the goal towards Cooler World? Plain and simple. You play as a ball on a puzzle platform high above in the sky, which looks to be Egypt down below. You're still questioning about us playing a ball, aren't you? Well, don't, because this ball we play as is awesome. Seriously, this ball could have put a bit more spice towards the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Pyre roster. Getting carried away there. In this demo, there are 3 levels. The first is pretty straightforward. Collect the keys as well as the fruit because yummy, and head towards the exit. The second is a bit more of a challenge. You have to touch each block to turn them red within the time limit and not get hit by these spiky things. Oh, and don't forget that fruit, yo! The ball adds a bit of weight, and when I jump, the ball has this floaty sensation, like when you hit a beach ball up in the air and it takes its time to land. And it's much be preferred to be used with the D-pad for much precise movement and turning. Also, this music is so great that from what I've heard, it's not even in the actual game. I could listen to it for ages, it's soothing yet includes some tension. Finally, the third level has a tad bit of complexion in the way of platforming. This jump got to me a fair bit as a child. What you do is you go upside down and then jump to the other block. Oh, and then we have rigid and crackling blocks ready to crumble down once briefly touched. And after breaching through all of that, we slide on this slimish ice. Finishing that concludes the demo, and I would definitely buy Cooler World. It's just that it's a rare and expensive find. Eesh. On to that much more horrific game, yet I played first before MediEvil, Nightmare Creatures. Love that gothic, foreboding Victorian setting. You'll probably take kindly towards Nightmare Creatures. So we start off in the central area, playing as a nameless person because the demo didn't explain who he was. He has a large stick, and chops zombies in half with it. The power of the stick is strong with this one. Condemn the lightsabers, swords, and bubble wardens. The next best weapon of choice is the stick. Once upon a decade and a quarter ago, a kid named James was playing this game's demo. He sucked at the controls James didn't know well, and as he came to this door, he yelled, "Holy hell!" James shut off his console with a sigh of relief, but thought to himself, I'm to have nightmares in my sleep. A few days passed, and James came back to play. He then fought his fears to throw them all away. James was no longer afraid, he was willing and able, so much so he fought the Balverines from Fable. And that concludes our story for Nightmare Creatures, for this game's demo lacks many features. I thought that was pretty alright. Cool. Overboard has 2 players. I'm sailing solo in this game. Overboard is a pirate ship battle game. There! I just summed it all up. But I guess I should say more about it. Alrighty then. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Da 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 da. You got me, Ollie yo ho. Zabada da ba 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 da ba. Woo! Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Da 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 da. Ha 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 ha. Na 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 na. Hey. So yeah, that's Overboard. Okay, I don't need to say anything at all. Just follow along if you know it.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher. Now kick,
Kick,
punch,
punch,
chop,
chop,
block. Once more now, kick,
kick,
punch,
punch,
chop,
chop,
and block.
block.
Come on now, why don't you follow my words? Because we're almost done. I'll make it easier first. I wanna see if you wanna see what it means to be the man with a master plan. Are you the man now? Here we go now, kick, punch, block.
Kick, punch, block, kick, punch, block, kick,
Chop, kick, block.
chop, kick, block, chop, kick, block, chop, kick,
Block, tell them kick it.
block, chop, kick, block, chop, block, kick,
Black duck punch.
block, chop, punch, block, chop, punch, block, chop, punch,
Duck, duck, turn.
duck, duck, turn, duck, duck, turn, duck, duck, turn,
Chop, kick, chop.
chop, kick, chop, chop, kick, chop, chop, kick, chop,
And punch, punch, punch.
punch, 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 punch.
That's it for today. Good job, Parappa. You can go on to the next stage now.
Yahoo! All right.
The final game on this here demo is Test Drive 4. I wished I was able to end with a bang, but sadly I can only end with a minor fizzle. Test Drive 4 is pretty much a run-of-the-mill racing game, but there's some things I like about it. On the good hand of things, it doesn't look so horrible, the rain effects are nice, the car models are pretty good, and the fact that there are pedestrian vehicles is cool enough to get a check in the box. On the other hand, it grasps only but the controls and annoying audio. The vehicle is very wonky and slippery, which I have no clue if it's to be the weather condition, but I'm gonna assume that taking the helm of the car isn't as gratifying to that of other races. And the audio, all I can say is that it's annoying. Listen. That's all I gotta say about Test Drive 4. Oh, and this is the 4th? Wow, what an epic conclusion. The registered user demo 02, what is it called that? This is personally a nostalgic favourite of mine. It's got enough games on here for a nice chip and dip gaming afternoon. And that's all I really need to say. Yeah, that is all I really need to say. Anyway, my name is James and I'll see you next time on Demo Disc-Ussion! Bye bye. I really went all out on that one.